Hey guys, it is Darian, and based on the title, I'm pretty sure you know that I have a story to tell, and I in fact do, so let's get started. Okay, so last Sunday, my neighbor went crazy on me and everybody else, but to start, I'm gonna go back a little bit and tell you exactly what happened. So, I was walking my dog Sugar, and I brought her in. And then I ended up getting on the phone with my friend for anywhere between from 3 to 11 ish. So we were talking, blah blah blah. Then once I got off the phone with her, I continued to watch the Golden Globe Awards because that was on. So once that went off, I I decided, okay, I'm sleepy. It's like 12 ish. So I go in my room and I like try to fall asleep for literally a good 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden I get woken up by, I think Sugar barked. So I went into the living room to check things out, and I hear my neighbor that is across the street from, or not across the street, but across the hall from me, screaming and shouting and yelling, saying, "What the F? What the F? What the F?" And I'm just like, what? So he walks into his apartment, he's screaming, saying, "Somebody robbed me, somebody robbed me." And I'm just like, oh, okay. So he's screaming for a good 20 minutes. Then he comes to my back door and bangs on my back door, and he says, "Hey, he says his name. And me personally, I was in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm not answering the door. I don't know what kind of lunatic, I don't know what his lunatic mind is up to. I don't know. And I'm just not opening my door, basically. And so I didn't. And he walks away and screams, "Fuck!" And I'm just like, I didn't understand what was the purpose. I don't know what was going on. So then I heard him go back into his apartment because he is so loud. I can hear him everywhere in my apartment. Um, Talking, shouting. Then he gets on the phone with his friend, and he's screaming, saying, what was he saying? He was saying, "Someone robbed me, someone robbed me." And then he goes, it had to be, he said a name. He said it had to be him or me. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, "Excuse me?" First of all, I don't drink beer. That's something I don't do. So when I heard that, I kind of laughed a little because I'm just like, okay, he knows as well as I know I don't drink beer. So he's still arguing, and then the next thing I know, because I decided to go back in my room, and I was just like, whatever, he can argue with himself. So I go back in my room, and I proceed to just sit down and kind of chill and get on my phone or whatever. So I hear him again go to my back door, and he's like banging on it, like not just like boom, boom, boom. It's like boom, 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 constantly. And then I hear him yell out, "Why the F is he not answering the door? What the F? What the F?" And just throwing all kinds of F bombs everywhere. And Sugar's barking, and it's just a mess. And like, he's just like, he's just going crazy. And then I overhear him saying, he's like, he's on the phone, like I said, and he says, "I'll be his effing ass, or I'll be his little ass." And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I did not do anything to you. I did not go into your apartment and steal your beer. I, and I was, the first time I was gonna say, I wasn't gonna open my door. I was just gonna be like, "Hey, so what's up?" And if he was to ask me if I saw anyone, or if he was to accuse me, I would say, no, I didn't. But my thing is, I figured that he would know me better than that. Like, I figured, like, but then again, at the time he was drunk, so with people like that, there is no talking to them. And I know from personal experience because I've been through there. Like, I've never been drunk like that, but I've known people that have been drunk like that, and that have been crazy, and there is no reasoning with them. So I think that's part of the reason why I was just like, nope, I'm not gonna even touch on that subject. So the next day, I ended up going with my mom the next morning because I told her everything, and she's like, "You should just come spend the night with me." And I'm like, okay. Also because Sugar and Sarge, which I haven't exactly had him in a lot of my videos, but he's been in my vlogs. I was like, oh, and it'd be a good time for them to kind of like hang out, and because they haven't seen each other in a while. But so I spent the night at her house, and then the next day I had a doctor's appointment, so I go there and hang out with my mom for a little longer, and then I come back home. So the next day it was just silent. The whole building was silent. No one was saying anything. The next day, that's when which was yesterday. Well, yesterday, but okay, today's Friday. Yesterday was Thursday. Tomorrow's Saturday when I will be posting this video. So yesterday, he was just going crazy. He went and he actually wasn't saying anything from the beginning, but he ended up getting liquor, like 4 or 5 beers, like tall cans of beers, like that tall. He obviously chugged them down very fastly, then got in his car, drinking and driving. So I was hesitant. I was like, should I call the police, should I not? And by the time I was going to, the police had he had already gotten back with another bag of, like, I don't know, a 6-pack, 10-pack, whatever pack. It was a lot. So then the liquor started kicking in with him. He starts threatening me even more. He goes in the hallway. He's saying that he's gonna beat my ass and have my mom watch me, or have my mom cry and watch me getting beat up. And he just said so much vulgar things that I don't really want to speak on, but he was just threatening me. So I called the police. And the funny thing is, when I called the police, right after I got off the phone with the police, my neighbor below me, the lady who, well, that's another story, but she tipped him off, and I heard her say, or I heard him tell her, say thank you to her for letting her know. And then he left for a long time, which usually he'll leave for a little while and then come right back. So the police called me back, and they were like, they were saying that they had deputies out on the road, and they'll let me know when the deputy is close by me. And I told her that he left literally as soon as I got off the phone. So she said, well, that's great for me because he's nowhere near me to talk crap or just argue and keep me upset, because I don't want to have to go through all that, hearing all that, and just constantly being threatened for no reason. So once I just told her, well, if he comes back, I'll call you back and let you know if he's threatening me more. So he comes back, and he's still running his mouth, but I ended up asking my mom to come over because I also had an issue with my charger. I was telling her, I told her about him, and I told her my charger had suddenly broke, so my phone was dying. So she rushed out here, and we hung out for the day, and I ended up getting a new charger. But yeah, that is my story on my literally crazy neighbors, honestly, because there's one below me, there's one across from me, and then there's one that's below him. So it's like a 4-unit apartment. But I'm probably running out of space because, as you can see earlier, I had to, whatever. But yes, that is my story, so, and I just thought I'd share it for several reasons. But if you like me, because I don't think you would like this video, it's kind of like a sore topic, but if you like me, you should subscribe to me, because that could be a nice thing to do. But I'll see you guys next Saturday. Well, you'll see this tomorrow, but I'll see you guys next Saturday. Alrighty, love you guys, bye.